You've been lied to, not by some shady Wall Street broker or a get-rich-quick scammer, but by the people you trusted the most. Your parents, your teachers, the entire financial system that raised you. These lies aren't just harmless myths, they're psychological handcuffs designed to keep you stuck in the same money struggles generation after generation. I've spent 30 years in the financial trenches, advising Fortune 500 CEOs, auditing IRS loopholes for high-net-worth clients, and fixing credit disasters for ordinary families. And in that time, I've seen the same 3 money lies destroy more bank accounts than recessions, layoffs, or bad investments ever could. Today we're exposing them. Not just the lies, but why they're so dangerous, who benefits from you believing them, and exactly how to break free. By the end of this video, you'll see money in a way you've never been taught. This is the granddaddy of all money lies. It's the American dream packaged as a financial plan, and it's complete garbage. The Federal Reserve says so. Their 2022 survey of consumer finances showed that the median net worth of a college-educated household was just $166,000. That sounds okay, until you realize that's after 30-plus years of grinding. Meanwhile, the folks who ignore this rule, the top 1%, average $11 million per household. You think that's a coincidence? Telling someone to work hard to get rich is like telling a farmer to plant seeds in concrete. The system isn't broken. It was built this way. Look, W-2 income is the most taxed, most controlled form of wealth there is. The IRS taxes wages at up to 37%. But capital gains, you know how the rich really make money, that maxes out at 20%. Heck, even the tax code favors the wealthy. Section 121 rewards homeowners who sell property, which is an investment, with a $250,000 tax-free profit. But your overtime pay? Shredded by withholdings. Let me give you an example. Sarah's a nurse from Ohio. She followed the script, got her degree, worked 12-hour shifts, even put money in her 401k. After 15 years of busting her tail, she's netting $72,000 a year. But you know who's not struggling? Her hospital's owner, the guy who's never stitched a wound in his life. He rakes in $4.2 million a year from real estate and stock dividends. You see, Sarah's labor is taxed, his assets grow tax-deferred. So what's the fix? Stop trading time for money. Start acquiring assets that pay you while you sleep, like real estate, intellectual property, or even your own business. Warren Buffett didn't get rich on salary. He bought his first cash-flowing asset at 14 years old. Now, if you've ever canceled a credit card to play it safe, or refused to take a business loan because you were scared, this lie has cost you millions. I'm not making this up. A 2021 Harvard Business School study found that 82% of self-made millionaires used strategic debt to build their wealth. Now, I'm not talking about credit card debt, I'm talking about leverage, mortgages on rental properties, business lines of credit to scale up, even low-interest loans to invest during market dips like what happened during the COVID crash in 2020. Savvy borrowers made 300% returns back then. You want to know why the rich love debt? Because the IRS subsidizes it. That's right, they help the rich get richer. Mortgage interest, deductible. Section 163. Business loan interest, deductible. But if you save cash like a good little saver, inflation eats 3 to 7% of your money every year. Let me tell you about Carlos, a plumber from Texas. This guy hated debt. He wouldn't even think about it. That is until he learned how to borrow against his 401k to buy a laundromat. Now, the loan cost him 4% interest, but that business paid a 12% return on his investment. Do the math. That's an 8% net gain every year, plus depreciation tax shields thanks to Section 179. You know what that did for Carlos? His net worth skyrocketed from $200,000 to $1.4 million in just 7 years, all because he stopped fearing debt. Now, I'm not saying to go out and max out your Visa. Don't hear what I'm not saying. What I am saying is that debt is a tool. A hammer can build a house or smash your thumb. It's all in how you use it. This, my friends, is the most insidious lie of them all. Why? Because it sounds responsible. But let's be real. Telling someone to save their way to wealth in this day and age is like telling them to bail out the Titanic with a teaspoon. The average savings account in America pays a measly 0.5% interest. You know what inflation is running at? 3 to 9%. That means every $1,000 you safely save loses $30 to $90 in purchasing power every single year. Meanwhile, the stock market, the S&P 500, averages 10% returns. Over 30 years, that's the difference between having $180,000 from saving and $1.7 million from investing. This lie, this save mentality, it keeps you small. Billionaire Mark Cuban said it best. No one ever got rich from a paycheck. You get rich from owning things that appreciate. Think about it. Scrimping on lattes won't fix a broken wealth strategy. I knew a teacher from Michigan, Linda, who pinched pennies for 40 years. She did everything right, or so she thought. She retired at 65 with $300,000 in the bank. 8 years later, medical bills drained it all. Gone. But you know what's crazy? Her coworker Dave invested just $200 a month in index funds. He retired at 60, 5 years earlier than Linda, with $2.3 million. You see, it's not about saving more, it's about focusing on earning more and investing more. Negotiate your raises. Start a side hustle. The IRS even lets you deduct home office costs with Section 280A. And whatever you do, automate your investments so the money comes out before you can even think about spending it. These lies didn't just hurt your bank account, they shaped your identity. Maybe you've called yourself bad with money or not a risk taker. But what if you're not the problem? What if you were just programmed to fail? Here's your homework. 1. Audit your beliefs. Write down every money rule you were taught. Ask, who benefits from this? 2. Study the rich. Read IRS publication 550 Investment Taxes and The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco. 3. Act now. Open a brokerage account with $50. Call your boss to negotiate remote work, tax write-offs. The difference between you and the 1% isn't luck or talent. It's seeing through the lies. Now that you know, what's your next move? Drop money. Lies in the comments if this opened your eyes. And if you're ready to unlearn everything you've been taught, smash that like button and subscribe. Let's get you paid.